My parents were both Dutch, but I was born and grew up in the UK. And we travelled around a lot while I was growing up. We lived in different parts of England. And I was kind of used to being a foreigner, and I was used to travelling and living in different parts of the country. So travelling felt to me like a kind of natural state of being, really, rather than having roots in one place. But I always wished that there was somewhere that I could call home. And when I grew up, I travelled to different countries, but I never really found the place that seemed right for me until I came to cyberspace. Cyberspace felt like home because I had spent most of my life trying to fit in, trying to figure out, how do you live in this world? How do I behave in this community or that community? And to try to do the same thing to fit in. And I constantly failed. In cyberspace, I could experiment, I could express different parts of myself and be accepted at face value, particularly in places like Lambda Mu, where in the early days you could be completely anonymous, so there was no threat. And it felt like home because it felt like I could be me. And I'd never really experienced that before, except within the four walls of my own home. If cyberspace was the place that made me feel at home in virtual life, then when I went to California for the first time, I really felt at home in physical life. I love going to California. When I go to California, I feel like me in a way that I can never be when I'm in England. It's something about the way that people are open to new ideas, excited by new ideas, not afraid to maybe do some silly things in the pursuit of a more interesting life. And I generally find the entire atmosphere of the state, the slight craziness, really inspiring, and it feels very good to be there. When I started working with computers in the mid-1980s, I was fascinated by my sense of connectedness with the machine. As the years have gone by and I've gone online and learned more about cyberspace, that sense of connectedness has just grown and grown. Not only do I feel connected to the machine, but I also feel connected to the people and the individuals that I encounter in cyberspace. And recently, I've actually been looking at other forms of connectedness through, for example, meditation. And in fact, I have the Ideal app on my phone, which allows me to meditate in tandem, connected to other people around the world.